This week's active Amber Alert is on Bianca Noel Piper. Bianca disappeared March 10, 2005 from Foley, Missouri. She was 13 years old. She was 5'6" and weighed 185 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Bianca suffered with ADHD, and she also suffered with severe bipolar disorder. She had the mentality of a second grader even though she was in middle school. She was hospitalized when she was younger and often had mood swings, anxiety, and difficulties with self-control as a result of her conditions. She took several daily medications, and if she did not take them, she sometimes became disoriented and had hallucinations. On March 10, 2005, Bianca was having an episode, and her mother, Shannon Tanner, decided to take Bianca down the road and drop her off so Bianca could walk home and cool off. Bianca's therapist suggested this in the past and it worked, so Shannon thought perhaps it would work again. Around 6:15 p.m., Shannon drove Bianca about a mile down the road from their home on McIntosh Hill Road. Bianca, wearing lime green blouse, a gray Adidas hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans, and white sneakers, and was carrying a flashlight, got out of the car and began to walk towards home. Shannon drove off, never thinking this would be the last time she saw her daughter Bianca. Shannon got home and started to cook dinner, and about 20-30 minutes later, realizing Bianca was not home yet, she went out to look for her. And after a few hours of searching, Shannon reported Bianca missing around 8 p.m. The police did not hesitate to search for Bianca. The temperature was to hit below freezing, so there was no time to waste. But an extensive search turned up no sign of Bianca. Police feared she was abducted. Police interviewed her mother Shannon and her mother's live-in boyfriend, even giving them polygraph tests, which both passed. Her father David was extensively interviewed, and none of them are considered suspects in the disappearance of Bianca. Let's go over the investigation. In 2007, investigators began investigating Michael J. Devlin for possible involvement in Bianca's disappearance and in several other cases. Michael pled guilty for kidnapping 2 boys and was sentenced to life in prison. Authorities initially suspected Michael could be linked to other missing child cases, but ultimately found no evidence that he was involved with any other missing children. Another person investigated for their possible involvement was Paul S. Smith. He previously abducted a 4-year-old girl whom he held captive before taking his own life in a confrontation with police. He previously been convicted of essaying a case involving a 10-year-old boy for which he served 11 years. Following his death, investigators looked into his background to see if he was involved in other cases, including Bianca's. There was also a rumor that a white pickup truck was seen near the pond on the property of a nearby neighbor on the night Bianca went missing. It's alleged that the truck stopped along the water for a minute or two before driving away. The neighbor initially assumed it was someone turning around, but that changed after an interaction with Tiffany, Bianca's sister, in 2009. It's alleged that Tiffany claimed that her sister was in the pond, prompting the neighbor to contact law enforcement. Unfortunately, nothing ever came of this. And speaking of Bianca's sister Tiffany, she was never named a suspect or thought to have anything to do with Bianca's disappearance. However, in June of 2012, Tiffany was arrested for selling 2 high school girls for prostitution. She placed ads online and invited adult men to meet the pair at a hotel. Her arrest came after she herself had been sold into prostitution. Bianca's disappearance is said to have changed her older sister Tiffany. In April of 2014, Tiffany was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Tiffany has continued to have legal problems. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office has looked into hundreds of leads and continues to receive about a dozen each year about Bianca. On at least one occasion, they've called the family to meet a girl they believe might be Bianca, but all have proved to not be the missing girl. Bianca's mother, Shannon, has since moved to St. Charles, Missouri. She remains hopeful Bianca's case will one day be solved. Bianca's father, David, passed away in 2009, never knowing what happened to his daughter. Bianca would now be 32 years old. This is an age progression photo of what Bianca may have looked like at 24 years old. Bianca's Amber Alert remains active. Again, she disappeared March 10, 2005. She was 13 years old, 5'6", weighed 185 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. If anyone has any information about Bianca's whereabouts, please call the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office at 636-528-8546. Please make sure that you're subscribed and/or follow us so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Please consider giving this video a like and leaving us a comment. Make sure to check out our pages. We post missing persons daily. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday for another Active Amber Alert.